This is a big one for Envy and mousesports now. Thank you so much for staying with us as we are back on schedule after what was rather turbulent time for Heroic, at least on the first map. They did manage to split the series in the end on Overpass, a second loss for FaZe on the map as they are continuing their dominance, at least to a certain degree. I'm joined by some beautiful faces. We have, of course, hailing from the ever-lovely Down Under. We were just talking all about the absurd weather, and now he has to deal with the Copenhagen weather. I'm sorry about that. Are you getting used to the temperature now?
Mate, you saw me today.
You walked in to the studio, 10-minute walk tops, with it's 11, 12 degrees outside. He was wearing a shirt, a hoodie, a jacket, and another jacket.
It's bloody cold.
It's not that
This
bad.
for me is not good weather. This is freezing.
It's so cold you guys actually couldn't make the walk. You had to take one-stop tram.
Okay, it was really windy, and this Muppet was only had what he's wearing now.
Don't throw me under the bus here. You're the cold one. I'm wearing this. I was walking around. I was fine. It was Henry that was complaining.
Yanko, do you care to quickly jump in?
Guys,
Henry was whining the most.
Thank you. There it is. Okay. Well, you'll meet the whiner in a little bit, but before we do get to the whingy man, we have to talk a bit more about Counter-Strike. The first map between Envy and mousesports is Cash, and what better way to start us off than with a pro tip from a pro? You have an opportunity now to go ahead and check in with Get Right, master of the map. Let's jump in and see what he's got to help us out.
Another thing I wanted to show you guys, if you're gonna be like lurking towards mid when you guys are attacking A. What I'm trying to usually do, or trying to do in the beginning, is like throw the smoke over here, throw a flash close here, just like annoy the people, and just try to spam here for the smoke, because there's usually a smoke here from the CT suit there. And when the smokes are like turning away and your teammates are trying to get an attack here, you're trying to go to this corner here. And when the smoke fades off, you check in the corner here next to the vent, and up to the vent, and up to the roof over here. So I'm like trying to sneak like this, see here, okay, no one is vent, and try to see if someone is on the roof before you actually go and take the risk to actually see if there's someone sandbag here, even connector, or even like this. And when your teammates are actually running out towards A, you have to try to remember to have the timing on your side and see if they usually have someone over here on the white box in highway or in connector to spot this, to see if someone is lurking in mid. So you have to like have a little bit of timing, and also be a little bit of luck to actually time it correctly, because you're gonna be in wide open here, and there's a lot of angles still that you can shot at from here, here, and even from behind the box or up on the box or even connector. I've also another thing that I wanted to show you off when you're trying to go as a lurker against door. So I'm usually trying to take the corner here, throw the flash over here, see in the corner, usually gets like up here, so you're not gonna get fully blind either, and you can take it easy after that. But hopefully you're trying to see if you can spam someone through the wall, or the door I mean, against the A side here, and take it easy. And if you not want to do like that, you should try to just camp here and try to see if you can go to the other side here and try to throw out the smoke, so you can take a lot of tension and help your teammates when you're trying to lurk. You line up with this corner, open up the door, you aim at the red dot here, throw the smoke here to just block up the quad / MBK area, so your team is not gonna get fired at. You try to jump over, you throw the Molotov here, you try to random spam through the smoke here. When you're trying to help you out your teammates with lurking style from door, it's like when you see the smoke thrown out like here, and you know that the truck area is kind of cleared and no one is up higher, you try to get a help with a flash from your teammates. You can crush out like pretty closely, not like go out wide open, because then there's a lot of corners here, because when your smoke have faded, there's all these corners still left. And sometimes your teammates doesn't have the Molotov that's useful for the MPK corner or in quad area. So you have to be ready always to be in that corner. So you try to strafe out to see if you can get like a few bullets where they're shooting through the door, so you can get actually easier aim and actually like two-tap them or spray it down. And then you try to work it out way and see an MPK and shit like that, or not shit, etc. like that. That's how I would explain the cash lurking style. There's 3 different ways you can do it against B. You can even do it to A if you're gonna backstab from middle when your guys are attacking A, or you can try to lurk it from the door and help you out your teammates. And that's it for me, guys, and hope you have a good day and take it easy.
We will indeed take it easy. Thank you very much. That is Chris there from NIP. We are going to be seeing Cash, the first map of play here in the Pro League, powered by Intel. It'll be Envy and Mouse doing battle. We haven't got the most time in the world. In fact, I think we spent most of our time recently talking about mousesports in their affair yesterday. So I think the French will be given the majority of our attention here, albeit briefly. Starting with you, Chad. Envy, we kind of started to discuss, and we didn't get to finish our conversation about how they're kind of evolving into being a very clear contender for the team in France. You know, you've got G2, Envy, LDLC. They're all in the Pro League. You know, where do you think Envy are in that kind of in that battle?
I think last time we were talking about them, I said they have the potential to be the team that beats G2, but
yes,
and potentially be the best team in France, but not actually be a top 5 team. Like, I think G2, obviously, they have a lot more star power. They have a lot more potential. The fact that they actually have a lot more room for growth as well is something that's exciting and on a consistent basis, whereas EnVyUs are just more solid. You look at the team and you go, where are the stars here? Once upon a time, maybe you see Scream, you go, oh, he's a star player, but not really anymore to the same degree. You don't expect him to carry a game on his own back. And the only player who seems to be consistently, or at least at the moment, stepping up for this squad is RPK when they've had good results. We did see, I think last time they played it was more like XMS and Happy, having some good kills on the scoreboard, but I think it's just EnVyUs. It's just hard to get excited about. I really struggle.
I can tell. I can see.
You struggle to get excited in general, Chad.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, but that's the problem with the ladies.
Of the weather.
Mousesports, though, the fact that you've got on the other side of things, it's not hard to find stars in Mousesports. In fact, they kind of went shopping and they've got a bit of an abundance at this point.
Yeah, absolutely. Bringing in Sunny
Sticko,
and Sticko, from Hellraisers and Panther, respectively. I think a lot of people, including myself, have been thinking this is going to be an upgrade for them, right? When you look at just the sheer talent and firepower, they should be able to fit in role-wise as well. But the results haven't been there just yet for Mousesports. You know, just flashes every now and then, like we saw in Mykonos, that one land where they perform well. Maybe it's just them having some communication issues potentially, because they're not wrong with their game plan, for example. It's usually small things, right? Timings being a little bit off, in those 3v3 situations, some wrong decisions. So we'll see if they can, if they're able to iron that out.
Yeah, and I picked up a huge 2-0. Mousesports have been having trouble actually closing out series and picking up the 2-0. They did yesterday versus Na'Vi. You got to see some highlights of it there. We did learn some things, which is basically Chris J can frag and lead, it seems. He was actually at the top of the scoreboard for both maps.
Yeah, you know, he's doing a good job, and
it's
I
nice.
think LMBT helping him from that coach role, it's actually, you know, making it much easier for him. LMBT is a very competent coach. He's had a pretty long tenure in Counter-Strike's been around for longer than some people like Natsu, well, as long as people like Natsu, for example, you know, in the CIS region, and now he's doing a fantastic job coaching an English-speaking team. I think this is going to be a tug of war, and maybe that's why I'm a little bit flat. Maybe that's why I'm not excited, is because that means it's going to be a forced buy game. You know, we're going to see a lot of rounds with low buys or mixed buys, and to be fair, if you're a viewer, that's exciting. That's the exciting Counter-Strike. That's the stuff that the casters would love to be getting in on, because it's, you know, the 2v1s, you know, the crazy plays, all
Especially
that kind
Henry,
of stuff.
he loves the force buys.
Henry really does love a good force buy, and that's something to cheer about for sure. So maybe I'll get excited for just some back and forth Counter-Strike, because that's what I think we're going to see, Alex.
Okay, back and forth Counter-Strike for us to dig our teeth into. Basically what you're telling me is it's going to be long and it's probably going to be messy.
What can I say after that one? I don't know. I'm not a psychic. Might be 16-2.
That's, I mean, explain your justification how we could possibly be
you never know
16-2.
with online Counter-Strike, with teams who have random results online, and we've managed to qualify for 3 tournaments in a row online, then they come to Pro League and they start something like 1-7. Just the same opposition, if not weaker, in Pro League than some of the teams that they've beaten. So it might just be a case of this day, that day, off day, on day. These two teams are similar in skill, so it's not that either team has a huge advantage, probably anyway when you look towards the map, but in the end it's going to come down to how they perform individually on the day.
Well, if previous results are anything to go by, then actually it does seem like we're going to be having quite an envious start. They have actually beaten Mousesports the last 4 times that they have met, and therefore Mousesports are looking for some revenge on Cash. It will be quite the clash. Let's go ahead and meet a fan of the clash and a man that likes to dash. It's Henry and Harry.
I see what he did there. It's getting better. At the end of the week, he's finally getting some lines kind of orchestrated, and it seems to be working out for him. It will be Mousesports over the EnVyUs, the final game of the week, at least this week, and we'll see what kind of game we have in store for us. Cash kick things off. I feel like Mousesports are getting better and better. Like, they had some rough online results since Mykonos, of course, but they seem to be getting it together now.
Yeah, but I mean,
somewhat.
The real issue is it's like Mouse have been getting better. Envy have just been consistently good online.
Sure.
It's been like kind of the inverse problem of Mouse, right? Not too great when they get to the lands, but then just amazing at actually qualifying for them in the first place.
That's the exact opposite you want, really. You want to be push more online
exactly.
and then be really good at the lands. Like that's not a good recipe. But still, we'll see what EnVyUs can do. I can see a Deagle coming out. Scream used to do this all the time in other lineups. He hasn't really been doing it recently. I'll see whether he can open things up. He usually go towards middle with that Deagle, and he will indeed try and find the opening shot. We'll be up against Sticko here. I do favour mousesports overall, but EnVyUs always a bit of a sleeper team. You never really know what to expect as Chris J gets a little bit aggressive there towards B, trying to find the opening pick. He's got that silence USP, so why not? Makes his way towards Sunroom as well. Could actually do something with this, but Scream seems to be very aware. This could be a possibility. Doesn't pull the trigger just yet, but then misses out on the shot.
Gonna keep holding it. Chris J keeping Envy preoccupied over here towards B and just having him there. Look how much attention it's dragged in from EnVyUs. They rotate everyone around trying to deal with him, with the exception of Happy, who is left on his lonesome, lurking up towards Squeaky. Rops has lost his valiant leader on that aggressive push. Does now start to fall on back to headshot. The rest of Envy going to group on up. Turn their attention instead perhaps out towards mid. And that's the right call to make because Oscar's pushed all the way up, able to find that frag there onto RPK. At this point, Envy do find themselves pincered in, their hands somewhat forced to either take the duel with Oscar or head in towards the B-bomb site, and they will go for the one man who's here all on his own. They're able to find him. Man advantage taken, and look at Happy.
How's he got there? Oh, he's dead now. Good lord. It seemed like he is in the perfect position. They'll go towards A, 20 seconds remaining. Sunny to defend, and defend he shall. USP in hand, takes down Scream, and his teammates starting to arrive as well. The bomb will be dropped, and that should be the round concluded. I'll be very, very surprised if Sixer can get a bomb plant down here.
Yeah, 1v3, everyone from Mouse in the site. Gonna have to go for the kills, and they will elude him here. Probably wants to die in this scenario, doesn't
Oh,
very close.
Yeah, the knife kill coming in. That would have been extra cash for the CT side, but managing to hold them off. He was happy they got himself in that fantastic position on the A side. Seemed like he'd snuck in. They had no idea, but taking down from Highway, it was dropped, and a few more seconds, he could have been a thorn in the mousesports side. But a force by coming in, no bomb planted. EnVyUs will be on Deagles, CZ as well. Scream not finding much success with that Deagle in the first round. Got one kill, but that was about it. Boosted up towards middle, but smoked out. We'll see with no nades if EnVyUs can actually do anything with this. Ooh, okay, Sixer.
Sixer was able to open. Oh, Happy. Does go down in the meantime, trying to make his way out through Squeaky. He's going to get silenced there, the boost from Oscar. Now the rest of EnVyUs start to make their way into the B-bomb site, but Rops, he's on headshot and he's landing nothing but. Going to be in with two, will be dropped out of the equation by Sixer, as now Sticko up in the heavens. Looks to deny these guys entry to the B-bomb site. Scream left and he'll be finished off. That's mousesports to grab themselves that second round. They keep 3 players alive as well.
Sixer with some nice shots there with the Desert Eagle. Didn't get the bomb down once again though, so that force buy was in vain. 2-0 for mousesports here. Great start on the CT side. They'll be able to keep up the Vamuses, the MP9s. Just a pistol for Chris J. He could flow the idea of going for the double AWP setup here with Oscar. No nades, no armor. 1 P250, that's all for EnVyUs here. And it's an aggressive play from Sunny. He wants to farm these frags, and there's just no need for it. He's by himself, and he'll actually give them an opening here. They probably won't win the round, but it's still going to be a little bit more expensive than it had to be. Is he running by himself? Got flash, but didn't really get much done.
Chris J's on this flank, and Envy look aware that this could be coming through. He could get caught off guard here, and he will be able to find one, but that's it. Oscar's gone aggressive up through Squeaky in the meantime. Gonna just be cutting down these remaining EnVyUs players. They are doing damage. Luckily enough, Rob's gonna try and come in and be the saviour. Finds them both, and does rescue mousesports from losing any more players there, but it's still quite a costly round when you look at how little Envy invested.
They dropped 2 players, but it was to be a bonus round regardless. They have still got 3 players going into this round. Double AWPs could be a possibility here. I was interested to see whether they'll go on that stuff straight away. It's not common to do that. Normally you just experiment with 1, see how that goes. And it will be Oscar on the solo AWP. Sixer yet to buy. I was about to say, what's going on there? There he goes. Picks up the AK-47, and Scream tries to pick towards the white box in middle. Doesn't find anything just yet. Smoked out, and CT's encroaching on his position. That'll be Sticko trying to get close to the vent here. No boost as of yet, and In terms of the general setup, this is a pretty standard default from Happy. He's towards that squeaky door. Scream is eventually boosted up. If there was a player to find frags in this position, he would probably be it.
Sticko's holding close down in mid's counteracted. RPK, he's the man to actually open things up. Able to find that frag over there towards B as the aggression did come through. That means now Sticko has to pivot his attention between mid and the B bomb site from vents. That could cause them some problems as Scream is ready to push on out. You have XMS here. He can throw the Molotov into vents to force Sticko down into the B bomb site. And that's exactly what we're going to see come through now. So that gets thrown on in. One lands beneath it. That's going to tag Sticko very healthily. And in fact, he doesn't quite escape the clutches of that fiery demise as RPK.
See the flash as well? Like, how brutal is that?
Yeah, that was
setup?
very coordinated there. Exactly what you expect to see from a team led by Happy.
That was really cool, but Sunny, he's not letting this round slip by the wayside just yet. He will be finding a kill on Scream. 4 on 3. The bomb, not yet planted. It's Robs. The boy wonder of mousesports patrolling the B site. Only got the Famous though, so surely he can't get much done here. But a nice smoke means he can boost himself on the side. It's a position RPK usually plays, and he'll get one kill. Limited in terms of the ammo, but there it is. Finally taken down. 3 versus 1 now. It's going to be Sunny. A keen fragger for mousesports, but he's got a lot on his play right now. Players in CT spawn already, and it's going to be Sixer. Executes him in the side of the head. And the first round posted there for EnVyUs. A chance as mousesports started to recover, but the execution towards the Molotov in the vents. So one Molotov there, one in the vent. Flashbang as well. So when you come out and try to retreat, you're fully flashed, and you don't really know where you're going. That's really, really well done. The timing just impeccable there.
So can I get your official prediction then, Henry? You already said, you know, you think only in the way of Mouse. Do you think they're going to win both or just this map?
What's the next map?
I meant to be the one on the point. Cobble.
Cobble. Okay. I don't know. I need to see how this one goes first. I do think mousesports will win it. That's just because I don't really believe in the EnVyUs team right now. Like, I haven't been that impressed by them. I think that there's a nice bunch of players and they've done better than expected when they first made it, but still only online performances so far. It's not really exciting me. I haven't really seen them do that one, and tournament didn't qualify for the major or even make it to the major qualifier. I don't think they actually got knocked out at the minor itself, which was very disappointing.
See, I'm going to lean the way of Envy. I think they're going to take this. We already saw, you know, these two teams play versus each other in the IM Oakland qualifiers, and it was a grueling 2-0 defeat for Mouse after a 14-4 lead on Train. They do struggle with closing out matches. Envy, though, no strangers to that. Going to be making their way over towards the A bomb site. Oscar wants to try his hand at some aggression here, but he is very vulnerable as he goes back-to-back with Sunny to push on in from the push out from Squeaky. Sunny's got to find them both. Oscar pivots round, going to look for even more. Does manage to take a second. And RPK in with 2, has a lot of work on his plate right now. Spots the man out on highway. Is going to go for the bomb plant here. Has time to play with 35 seconds left and counting as that clock works its way down. Doesn't go for the plant just yet. Going to take the duel with the man on truck. Has to worry about highway. Now we're going to see him go for that bomb plant. Only one flash on the utility bout of Mouse. Does land, though. He's going to be forced back into the corner. Takes the fight close, and Sticko able to pick him up. mousesports in with a 4th round.
Well, there it is. It's Sunny, aggressive once again towards the A-main position. The flashbang on point this time, joined by the AWP of Oscar. Good Lord, that was impressive. The fact they managed to negate the frags at Squeaky Door as well. 2 at A-main with the UMP, 2 at the AWP at Squeaky Door. It's only RPK that can find the frag. Here's the flash, and in they go. The long-range kill as well. That was really cool from Sunny. And Oscar, I can't believe he got that second kill before RPK took him down. Impressive fragging, and Oscar certainly putting on a show tonight, it seems. It will be the double AWP setup now for mousesports. Chris J, of course, with Oscar. And EnVyUs will just have pistols here. Deagles, PT50s, and CZs. 5 players towards B. Not going to be rushing, waiting for any initial aggression to come through. Then they'll flash towards checkers, flash in the bomb site itself. Maybe even a run boost from what we can see so far. It'll be difficult to make this really work with the smoke down, but here we go.
Chris J is able to open. Now Rops emerges from the vents. Chris J actually tagged very low. If he goes down, there's no chance of that happening just yet. Going to be in with 3. And valiant effort from Envy, but will be shut down as mousesports keep all 5 players alive. Chris J, personally, I think he's been just a delight to see on the AWP as of late. Really, you know, coming into his own. Even, you know, sometimes taking the attention away from Oscar in a few of these matches that we've seen. All while, you know, being the IGL, the brains behind Mouse. It is impressive. I think definitely in better form than he used to be.
Yeah, I would agree. He seems like he's firing on all cylinders right now. As we enter round number 7, 5-1 lead for mousesports here on Cash. Another buy available for EnVyUs, but not the most convincing of one. You can see 4 AKs and XMS down to just a little here. All coming up a 6er just yet, but he is still very proficient with the rifle. Don't worry about that. Another default here. We haven't seen much in terms of execution from the T-side as of yet, but still early days. As Robs with a nice smoke there. That's real nice and close towards T-spawn and Useless, so he actually gets a lot of intel here. If you can get that smoke down and flash through to Sunroom and check that area out, you could actually fall back from the B side now and hold this position by himself. Chris J with the orb. He'll be more than happy to hold it.
Once again, going to be sending 2 players up here into main. Makes it a boosting scream into middle. Been a favourite of Envy in these last few rounds, but instead going to divert him over here to B, where Chris J does lie in wait. He's taking the angle aggressive. All the way up to Toxic Barrel's going to be holding the angle, waiting for the push to CT, and they've got no idea. They bypassed him completely. Lands the first, almost a collateral. Now he is here on his own, but I don't even think they're aware. They're going to go charging on in. They've ran right by him, and Chris J, the thorn in their side, will be dropped out as XMS finally gets the trade. 6er in the meantime has won them control of the site.
6er? Come on. That was the only smoke they had, Harry. Oh, it's shocking. I don't know how he threw it like that. I think I would struggle to make that happen.
You know, they say the easiest smokes are the hardest to hit.
They probably weren't going to win the round regardless, but he'd certainly made it impossible there with the smoke chucked towards the bomb side. That's pretty standard stuff, very basic, and fluffs the smoke, and that's the hopes and dreams of the round going that favour. Chris J getting towards Sunroom. He gets 2 kills. I didn't think he was worth that, considering he let them get so close. He got the first, but they had no idea where he was coming from. I think they assumed he'd backstabbed them or something. It up middle, where you're going to be vulnerable to a lot of wall bangs. We'll see what they decide to do. Pause will come through. This is the tactical time. I'll just at the pace, just get some intel on any. Seen, but
EnVy off playing a default similar to what we've seen in previous couple of rounds. Going to have
Oscar's getting. Oh, they're boosting someone up. So here's a little bit of adjustment. Not super aggressive, but first time they've dropped this in. Oh, okay. He does want to get a little bit aggro. He'll take a deep breath and push past the smoke. No one going to be on the other side, but they are going towards Squeaky Door. This will be an A execution, and with no A main presence at all, it's going to be very difficult to shut down that boost. They'll make their way out, and good night. That's going to be a couple of kills. CTs, and happy he's still with the forklift.
Yeah, he's snuck on up. They don't actually know that he's here just yet. And as Sticker's allowed safe passage, they don't expect a thing. Happy in with the first. Should get dropped out of the equation here by Chris as the shot does manage to hit him, and then he finds it on the repeat. It's all on XMS. 1v3.
Ooh, okay, Oscar. That's not too bad. No plant coming in. That's actually a huge deal. They get maximum loss bonus, sure, but if that bomb went down, they have another buy here. Not going to be the case. An interesting set piece there. Look at this. They drop all the smokes and no one checking that position. Unless you're having players come out of main, you can't really check that at all. You're just hoping No one's boosted. And they got completely wrecked there. It's looking a little bit quiet for EnVyUs here. 8-1 as they have another eco. A partial buy, if you will, with Deagles and PT50s here. No nades to speak of those, so it doesn't infuse me with confidence right now. Molotov to deny the fast boost, and it will work very well indeed. Sunny with more presence in A main. Oscar backing him up, baiting him in towards the locker position. Like I said, if you boost up, the nades can be a bit of an issue. XMS and Happy cop one each and go down to about 50 points of health.
Going to break the vent over in mid. That was XMS. Enables them now to try and go for this B play. It looks like what might be the idea behind this. They have very B-centric hold right now. Of course, they're thirsty for this round. Sticko going to be holding mid. XMS has pushed all the way up, and Scream able to land that swift one. Deke does get rid of him. Man advantage now for Envy. Rops takes the aggression. Scream's all the way up in vents though. And Rops in danger of perhaps overextending a little bit here. Does have support from Chris J. The run boost though going to get him by, and in the blink of an eye they lose both Chris and Rops within the B bomb site. Sunny and Oscar 2 versus 5 somehow this round, slipping through their fingers as Envy do manage to secure a second here.
Bit of luck working out there for EnVyUs, getting the 1 digs in there. Scream and XMS opening things up, and 6 to chime in a frag as well. Nothing really put up by the mousesports defense. A little bit unlucky with the timings, and now it's just trying to recover. They can't go for the round victory, but they can certainly take weapons out of the hands of EnVyUs here. A couple of frags for Sunny. Hasn't found the AWPer or the AK player yet. That will be XMS trying to save the sniper rifle. They know they won the round at this point. No reason to try and go for this retake. XMS just watches towards heaven just in case. But there it is. EnVyUs find number 2 on the board. Both teams saving an AWP and a rifle. Sixer will hold on to his PT50. It got him a kill, so why not? Maybe it's a lucky one. But plenty of money available here for mousesports. They can go back to the double AWP setup if they want to. And I don't think they will. There's M4s being thrown around. Chris J still yet to buy. I think he's just working out and examining the situation. Double AWP does come out once again. We'll head towards B. Big round for EnVyUs here now. That was a partial buy victory. Even if they lose this one, they'll be reset, but it won't be as destructive as it possibly could be. Rops makes his way towards the vent straight away. And have a default now from the EnVyUs side. 8-2 overall. All but had a 6-up. Pretty much the first time, I think. And as he looks towards B for any more nonsense towards the sunroom, any players pushing through to that position. They've ascertained that's clear, and it will be RPK to begin his procedure towards the checkers room once again. Same thing happening, but this time Rops just about gets away. Surely he doesn't survive here. It's looking very difficult. That is a really brutal little execution they've got in terms of clearing the vents. It's very difficult to get out of that.
And it wouldn't surprise me if the adjustment is just not to play someone in vents from now on, which does leave mid that much more open. Now for Envy, though, they've got themselves the man advantage. 3 players over here and into main. Sunny's holding it close, and he's looking to be the difference maker. Spots the man in Squeaky before RPK does behead him, and now Oscar up on the truck. Going to go ahead and try his luck as he makes his way in, goes for the shot through the smoke, doesn't find anything, and Sixer holds it close, keeps mousesports at bay. That's going to be a 3rd now for EnVyUs once again. Mouse forced to save.
It will indeed. Nice play from EnVyUs there. That one flashbang shuts down Sunny. He had the chance to spray a couple of them down with the flash, means he had to turn around. RPK with the perfect timing manages to take him down and indeed find the A side completely open at that point. Retake does not really work it, especially when you've got 2 AWPs up. Money's starting to dwindle now. You might as well save those AWPs into the next round where you have more of a chance to actually make things happen. Unfortunately, it's Robs who finds his demise at the Molotovs towards the vent and checker area. He did have a real rough time there. Not many players can hold it up. I think you're right. At this point, probably to stop playing vents. There's no way to really get away with that. And 8-3 comes through. And here was the play from Sunny. The perfect flashbang. You see he's lined up and ready. Had to turn around. And RPK with that timing as well. As soon as it goes off, he's ready to go.
Still rebuy going to come in from Mouse. Double up setup still employed. Chris J and Oscar there, the 2 with that, as you would expect. Gonna have the AWP this time for Sixer. Scream tries to beat them to mid, but he can't quite get there fast enough. Will be smoked off. Oscar's gonna go aggressive though in through Squeaky.
Being Happy heard him open the door.
Happy doesn't want to risk re-peeking into this. Knows that Oscar is gonna be posted up there As you say, here's the door swing wide. Scream, though. Boosted on up. Does have Sticko holding close to try and deny this play. Relying on Sunny overextending here as they look to try and find the opener in mid. Flash goes out. Doesn't get them anything just yet as the rest of the guys make their presence known over at B. Throwing a couple of smokes and flashes. Doesn't look to be the site they end up at, though, especially as Scream finds the opener in mid. Sticko going to hit the deck. The bomb beginning its rotation back to B as RPK's gained some ground over in check, as is going to fall prey to the peak from Rops. And Envy, they've slowed right down. Sunny about to go aggressive up through main. Could get all the information they needed as the split comes on in towards the B-bomb site. Envy go. Chris J and Rops, the two that have caused them so much trouble on B, and now looking to try and hold it till their demise. As the push comes in, and Chris J provides the opener. Rops going to flash himself out in a 1v2. Does fall as Happy comes in with the trade.
Good stuff from mousesports, but maybe even better from EnVyUs there. The trade works in their favor as the bomb goes down. Trying to avoid the flames. XMS having a bit of a difficult time there. Sunny coming in with the flank. One of the best fraggers for mousesports. Can find a decent incendiary once again. Goes on the bomb side itself, and it does go towards headshot as Oscar comes flying in. He knows exactly where Happy is. Goes to the wallbang. Doesn't quite land it just yet. Making a lot of noise there. Trying to bait him out. Send him to the right-hand side. Happy knows it. Kill comes in. Oscar capitalizes. Takes him down. Finds a 9th round on the board for mousesports there. Plenty of time to defuse as well. And it seemed like EnVyUs had done everything correct there. A little bit uncomfortable towards the end with the flames all over the place and the refrag coming in from Happy, but Oscar has played very well so far. You can see he's got $12,500 in his back pocket, can definitely drop some weaponry, and EnVyUs, they won't be reset there. They've just managed to get a couple of rounds in a row. So they've got a full buy available, but after all this investment, lose this one, they could be eco. So this is a very important round here as mousesports have a very firm lead as we enter round number 13. What's Sunny up to there?
Playing it close, gonna go pushing on in. XMS on the other side of the smoke. The flash does fully catch him, so doesn't spot Sunny out. Sunny playing with fire a little bit here as he dances around that smoke in main. Chris J, in the meantime, going to take the aggression over here at B, and Sixer wins the duel. So that's the opener found for Envy, handed to them on a silver platter. As Rops resides here alone, he's going to go aggressive himself, pushes on through with the knife out. Oh, Sunny spots XMS. Both players dancing with one another. The smoke, all that lies between them. And potentially an equalizer for Envy. There's the flash. It's perfect. Rops in the meantime able to find one. RPK hot on the heels with the trade. And now Sticko resides inside of B, all on his lonesome. But Sticko plays it perfectly. Gonna go running on by. Fully flashed. Doesn't see anything. Hasn't spotted the bomb just yet. But there it is. Express delivery as Sticko doubles down. Does damage.
Dinks him as well.
XMS able to trade, but he's been tagged low, and Oscar's well aware of this. Going to go charging on in. Here's the bomb rotating away. He's got to run faster than that. Just manages to get around the corner. As XMS goes for the home run up towards A.
the bait. They've gone back. The old switcheroo. It seems like EnVyUs have done enough now. Oscar was doing very well there indeed, but he's aware, trying to stop the bomb going down, but he can't do it. XMS with a wonderful shot there towards heaven. Definitely had grounds to win that round, Oscar, but unfortunately taken down in the cat and mouse chase, it seemed, as they went between A, between B, and then back to B again. It was all over the place, but still, money starting to dwindle now for the mousesports side. It's round number 14. EnVyUs getting back into this game. They will force by the international squad of mousesports. The AWP for Oscar, PD50 on Chris J, a couple of rifles, and Sticko down to the UMP. Certainly has been a little bit interesting with the aggressive plays from mousesports and some of the fantastic clutch situations as well. Oscar once again trying to go aggressive in the squeaky door. Happy waiting for him. I think they know Happy's in the corner, but the flashbang should buy him something to work with here. He'll get some backup as well. As Oscar lands the shot, gives the position away now. Opts to go even further in. Takes it down. Happy still there.
He spotted Happy, and that's rung the dinner bell. Oscar's hungry for this. Going to be holding the angle in with a second as the aggression pays off. Man advantage for mousesports here. Sticko boosted up in mid. Look at him. Going to go ahead and peek on over.
Ooh, good night.
Scream, though. Doesn't let him get away with it. Doesn't let him play this cheeky.
Well, there we go. The boost was quite a nice idea, but Scream one step ahead of the game. We've got RPK in the checker room now, trying to distract Robs as the bomb resides in middle. Smoke out, just to keep any attention there. Oscar won't really know what to do with that. Does that mean someone's gone towards Vents? Have they made it? They will finish towards B. It's Robs with the M4A4 in hand. No nades at all. Has to make his aim do all the talking. Time ticking away, 30 seconds. A final commitment comes in from EnVyUs as they find the first shot.
Oscar falls, and now it is just Sunny. The lone rifler for Mouse. Arguably their, or at least one of their most impactful players. Left to clutch this out, coming in through CT. Going to make his way in slowly. Doesn't have any smokes or flashes to dissect the site. Has to just dry peek into these angles, slow and methodical in his approach. Spots the first, and Scream just going to give that frag away. Now it's RPK left, the tank for Envy. 1v1, time working against him here. He has to move swiftly, and RPK lands the shot.
Oh, there it is, just denying him crossing over to the side. No kit available there for Sunny either. Did a good job to take down Scream, but RPK so experienced, and he'll be finding the 5th round on the board for his team and shutting down the economy situation for mousesports as well. They'll have to force by here. It's looking very likely to be a 9-6 half, and EnVyUs did a good job to get back into this. 3 rounds in a row to finish things off. That's if they pick this one up. Still up against the Eagles, CZs, and the UMP. But it's all pointing to another EnVyUs round on the board. If mousesports do this, it's going to be someone with some fantastic work with their upgraded pistol here. The Deagles can be quite scary on cash.
And Sticko, one of the men who hasn't converted to using the CZ. Going to be watching mid with the 5-7. On his lonesome, it's Oscar over on A. Sticko, the only man who's at all nearby who can actually rotate in to help out. So Oscar has to buy time. The rest of the forces starting their rotation in from B as Envy come pouring into the site. Oscar's fully flashed. RPK able to find the opener. Sticko, first man in. Rest of the team coming on through behind him. Gonna go charging through the smoke. Finds that first frag. In the meantime, trade's going back and forth, but it's Happy and Sixer to close that out for Envy. 6 rounds to their name and 9 for mousesports at the end of this first half. And it becomes quite close there towards the end, Henry.
It does. They were 9-3 up, but EnVyUs is managing to convert the last 3 rounds in a row in their favour. Some great clutches and brilliant play. Individual performances from Oscar especially was off the charts. But EnVyUs is definitely still within this game, and we'll find out whether they can maybe win it in the second half after this break. Welcome back to Sunday evening here with Pro League. It's going to be EnVyUs versus mousesports. The second half about to begin. It's 9-6 in favour of the international squad. Here are some stats for you as well. Everyone from the mousesports side doing a pretty good job overall. And you can see EnVyUs with RPK at the very top there. 12-12. The tank continues to bring results in for EnVyUs. They have got a lot of work to do here in the second half, but on the CT side, I'm sure they can get it done, win the pistol. They're right back in this game. Having a look at the buys now, mousesports will have 4 sets of armor. Oh, make it 3. A deagle for Oscar as well, and a smoke and a Molotov. They'll go towards B, see if they can open things up. Smoke will be for CT spawn, Molotov potentially for post plant, or maybe towards heaven.
Just going to be the B commitment right now from Mouse. They are stacked up. Outside of it, don't expect any utility just yet as they come pushing on in. XMS doesn't land anything from the heavens, and as a result, they get the B bomb site almost entirely for free. They use the smoke and the Molotov to force him out of heaven and block off CT. Now going to be a 5-on-5 in the retake. Very unusual scenario. Bomb working against Envy here, and XMS does have the kit. Gonna go ahead and smoke off main, sorry, as RPK starts his aggression up through the vents. The rest of Envy sneaking in through CT spawn. Six is the man on the entry. Gonna go ahead and get rid of Chris J. You lose Rob, Sticko, and Sonny all in the blink of an eye. Oscar takes 1, but that will be it. XMS locks in that round for Envy. EnVyUs comes on through as they win out the pistol.
Lucky they had a kit there. Very impressive in the retake, but if they didn't have that, it could have all fallen apart. But there it is. The round comes in favour of EnVyUs after having such a successful entry to the B side, having the opening kill, the smoke down, the Molotov, everything was perfect, the bomb was planted, and then no one could get a frag whatsoever. You can see not even looking towards the vents, it was EnVyUs completely disrupting the mousesports defense as the bomb went into the post-plant situation. Round number 2. No force buy here from mousesports, of course. I'll bring out AKs on the 3rd. And I can see EnVyUs, they are sort of prepared. They've got 1 and 4 and a FAMAS, but I preferred maybe 1 more rifle into the mix to be fully prepared. As we'll get into this one, a flash towards main entrance potentially here. Could push in. RPK doesn't fancy it just yet. Let's hold him at bay as he is at the forklift right now. This nade could do a lot of damage. Final commitment towards A comes in. Hoping just to surprise the CTs, but they look very confident there.
RPK makes some quick money. Happy going to go ahead and strike from the site. Takes 2 with him, and it is just Rops left. Quick pivot from Sixer. Lands the head, and that will be MV with an 8. Now the buy comes in from Mouse, though, and this is where the going gets tough for Envy. Rebuy for RPK. Allows him to pick himself up the M4. Only a little bit of utility behind it. XMS sticking with the MP9 heading forward. They're going to have to go for the bonus round here. But they aren't left with too much money to buy up into the next round if they lose this. Boost comes out. That was Chris J. He's the man to open. RPK holding close in mid. Re-smoke that off, and RPK does come in with the trade. Going to go 4-on-4 as the Molotov holds Sonny back from going in to maintain that man advantage for Mouse. They're going to start to now sneak over here to this B bomb site. XMS lies in wait, but he's only got an MP9. He'll be holding it close.
Yeah, he'll do what he can here, but it's not ideal. If he gets 1 kill and he's overlooked, maybe that's something. You can see RPK, I should say, trying to bait him in, and it will work quite nicely indeed. Not quite the double kill, but RPK finishes him off, and now we've got a dinged up Sonny as well. Easy round for EnVyUs here, as RPK finishes it with 4 kills. That's not too bad at all. You can see what the MP9 was trying to do there. RPK is firing speculative shots towards the entrance of B storage, and they didn't even look toward that entrance. It's MP9 to get a kill, and a dink as well. RPK finishes things off and looking very comfortable indeed. EnVyUs managed to negate the force buy of mousesports there in round number 3, and now we'll have a pause coming in from the mousesports side. We're all tied up 9-9, and I have to pretty much take an eco here. They can get a partial buy if they want to. Here's the replay of RPK doing things very well. Buy some space by dropping the incendiary as well. His teammate goes down. 4 kills in total. Very comfortable indeed. He's been playing Counter-Strike for a very, very long time. First came onto the scene in around 2006, I believe. Counter-Strike Source. What a time that was. Harry, you were about 4 years old.
Yeah, you know, that's factually accurate. I think I was actually, what would have been 8?
8, okay.
Yeah, you know, double that, but still. Not old enough to hold a mouse and keyboard.
I was playing against him then. So imagine that. You were 8. And now here I am. Casting of you.
Yeah.
It will be round number 4. Bit of music there to build up the dread of round number 4. Deagle goes towards middle. Can be a thing, but smoked out as we We'll see. Just a few deagles, PT50, Chris J with nothing. No armor, no nades. And if they find a couple of kills, that'll be a victory within itself.
Yeah, over in main, going to start to aggress on in to the site. Have this crossfire set up between the players on Highway and MVK and RPK. Well, going to do the damage. He's looked so good right now. Going to be 3 quick frags from him. Make it 4. He is in full control, and it's terrifying when he's playing like this.
Yeah, that's quite nice. Up against the Eco, but still pinpoint accuracy in terms of the AK-47. Just finding headshots for days there. Looks very calm and collected, doesn't he? RPK starting to get warmed up, and that could be quite the scary factor. He's currently on 23 kills and 14 deaths. We'll see how that storyline develops here. All coming out for Oscar. EnVyUs taking the lead now after going down 9-6 in the first half. It's 4-0 in their favour. First real gun round. No AWP yet as for the EnVyUs side. They've got plenty of money. That will be coming out eventually. Sticker uses the Molotov towards the vent, as we just see. It's not as brutal as the EnVyUs system with a Molotov towards the checkered floor as well, but no one in there to receive either way. Boost coming through. This is Sunny going up. He can be an absolute nuisance in this position as the flashbangs come through. They start to dissect the map here. We have got a player in the back of checkers, and that will indeed be XMS to try and find Robs here. We're not committing just yet. You can see the laser coming towards his head, but the timing working in favour of XMS there. Doesn't get much better than that.
Man advantage up for Envy, and that's going to keep Mouse hesitant about pushing into B. 3 players starting to go on through. Chris J is actually the first man in with the bomb. If he goes down, this round could be all said and done. As a player emerges out from the vents, it's actually going to be a double kill going the way of Mouse. Make that 3 as Sunny able to find one more. The refrag will come in down in middle as Sixer and Happy start their retake of the B bomb site. 2v3 though. Does make this tricky, especially with Oscar holding the rear guard. Disallows that play around through mid and through vents, so both players grouping on up. Sixer and Happy going to try and make their way in through CT and Heaven.
They have got a kit to work with here, but are they really going to go for this one? The money's okay. Even if they didn't successfully defuse a bomb, they get a couple of kills. That'd be worth it just to keep mousesports on the cusp of being broken. I'll drop the Molotov to see if anyone reacts to it and tries to get in a different position, but it feels like this round is over. Trying to just lock them in the bomb site at this point, Harry, to see if he can make sure people go down in the blast radius and funnel them out. There's Happy doing exactly that. They have to exit at some point, and they'll get 1 kill. That'll be fine. They probably knew that wasn't going to be possible for them. 10-10, mousesports finding a flurry of frags as they went in towards the B side. It seemed like it was all going to fall apart again after losing that initial trade. XMS with a good job in the checkers room, but all of a sudden it fell apart. And mousesports do manage to tie things up indeed. Need to be very careful though. The reinvestments come through. 4 players down to pretty much nothing. We have got Chris J with a bit more cash. Oscar back on the AWP. Double AWP set up though for EnVyUs. Sixer and Happy. Sixer's heading towards that squeaky door room, trying to find the first pick. Quite a scary thing to do, but he's got backup from RPK. The idea is Sixer takes the first shot, falls back. They think it's clear, and RPK can spray them down, but they're going a little bit more aggro this time. Sticker almost guaranteed this shot. Gets selected in the process. He'll fall back, and RPK converts it. Lovely work. Somehow getting away with that.
And now they know 2 players, though, do reside in Squeaky. Down goes the first. Going to be waiting for RPK's. He now finds himself trapped in at Squeaky. Scream pushes up to Forklift. Going to get rid of Sunny. Man advantage up for Envy, and Scream continues to force the agenda up into main he goes. Oscar's there, but gets caught with an 8-out. It's going to fall prey as Scream doubles down, and now it all falls onto the shoulders of Chris J and Rops. Over here at B, XMS. The man to keep them away gets caught falling back in a CT. That's the B bomb site to go the way of Mouse. Should be able to get the bomb planted. Less Happy has something to say about it. Hasn't been allowed to cross into the site just yet.
Good shot.
Yeah, it does fall to Rops. Very small angle to peek on into. Rob's looking to try and keep this good form going. Waits down beneath the heavens. Has to be cautious of the vent play. Smokes and flashes now start to rain on him for Envy. XMS going to get rid of Chris J. Rops left in a 1 versus 3. Down beneath the heavens. Able to take 1, but XMS is quick. Trade comes in and Envy will get themselves an 11th round.
They will indeed. The bomb is planted, though, for mousesports' side, but a decent retake comes in. XMS, after getting tagged up, such low HP, he was lucky to be alive as he went back towards City Spawn. Finds the AWP, 2 more kills coming in, headshots all over the place. And still, like I said, that bomb planted. mousesports still are going to struggle getting into round number 7 here. Double orb setup still stands for EnVyUs. And it looks like a force buy. This could be the beginning of the end for mousesports here. They've gone all in. I guess apart from Rob, who saves himself $2,200, they'll be going for a fast A play here. Smoke's going in already. Didn't look like it was perfectly thrown. I'll have a look at that. It was, went towards Highway. It's screened to defend, though, and he's ready up on Heaven, trying to spray them down with the M4A1S.
Oh, emerging from the back of NBK, it's RPK as he finds one. Scream, up, USP, gonna win that out. Oscar down in mid, does get rid of 2, Make it just 2 as XMS gets the trade. I maybe got a bit ahead of myself there, but yeah, XMS just survives 6 HP. I was really optimistic for Oscar just to pull out that clutch, but not meant to be as Envy get themselves a 12th. mousesports have only got 1 round out of what? I think it was the last... Oh, man, I've committed to the maths now.
What are you trying to get at?
How many rounds did
they won 1 round and a half, it's 6-1.
Yeah, but how many did Envy get in a row before that?
4.
Okay, 10.
I don't know what stat you're trying to bring to the table here.
Yeah,
are you saying in the previous half?
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
I pretty much abandoned all hope, Henry.
They got 3 towards the end of the first half. Then they got 4, so what does that make?
That's 7.
Yeah, so 7 in a row. Then mousesports arrived.
Thank you.
So there you go.
Okay.
We've got there.
Hope that was good for everyone following along at home.
Yeah, really brought some substance to the cast there. I liked
Thank you. That's what I'm here for.
But it will be an eco now for mousesports. Glocks, PD50s, and not really much else, I'm afraid. No armor, no nades, and we'll see whether round number 8 yields any sort of fruit for mousesports. I don't think it will. This is looking like EnVyUs homing in on a victory, but still, there is a couple more buys available for mousesports generally. We'll see. A nice timing there. Oh, RPK is going to be gutted at that one, and this could fall apart, but the tapping machine comes out in full force. Headshots all over the place, and it will be Chris J to go down eventually. Scream saves the day and then some. It could have got very uncomfortable there with RPK getting dropped like that. They get his rifle, maybe they could have found something. They keep the round at least expensive, but EnVyUs now in touching distance of finding the first map here in this matchup. It's Cobblestone, I believe, next, as you reported earlier, wasn't it?
Yep.
That's a bit of a mousesports specialty, so maybe we'll have even more fireworks going forward here.
Let's not forget, it started off as a massive lead originally for Mouse. Now it's come back to 13-10. As Envy, they've come out in a big way in this second half. RPK holding up close to me, going to be waiting in the vents. No such fancy vent play to counter that from Mouse. We saw the incendiaries working brilliantly in that first half when Envy were using that to counter the vent play from Sticko down in mid. RPK just allowed to sit pretty in there for the time being. Well, Mouse sort of scramble for ideas, playing the default. Haven't been presented any sort of advantage. No aggression coming in from Envy, with the exception of RPK going aggressive early on in mid. Now that they let that clock tick away, they're going to start to rotate players up towards the A-bomb site. Looking like, once again, it's just going to be an A execute.
Looks that way. All 5 players on this side of the map. Smoke's lined up. Chris J will deploy his now. Lands on the Heaven position itself to block anyone up in that area. That's where Scream likes to play, so he'll have to fall back. 6 are on the bomb site itself. They haven't fully committed. They're waiting for a CT reaction to come through. 6 on top of the box here, hoping to find 1 kill and drop down. As they fully commit, finds a kill, but players around him. And it's going to be Scream now with the M4, trying to find more and more frags, but still an equal situation. Bomb not yet planted, 20 seconds remaining.
He's able to pull back. The man advantage for Envy here is Sunny and Sticko. Left 2 versus 3. Sticko going to try and take the duel on Highway, but it's not meant to be. XMS comes in at the end there, mops that up, and Defuse going to come in from Envy. 14-10 now. Henry, I'm kind of having flashbacks. You know, I told you about that train game in the IEM Oakland qualifiers, which saw Envy come back from a 4-14 scoreline to win it out 16-14. This time, similar story. I think Mao's throwing away what, like I think at one point it was like a 9-2 lead.
9-3, yeah. So, well, yeah, obviously it was 9-2 before that. But they definitely managed to let EnVyUs back into this one. The second half has been impeccable from the French side. 8-1 now, the scoreline, as mousesports have to work out what the players here. They did get the bomb down in the previous with 4 state loss bonus. They can still buy into this, but it's certainly not the prettiest of buys. Orb not possibility, and it will be a timeout now for mousesports. Tactical, a chance for LMBT to chime in and help out Chris J with the call here. What's the play? They've tried a lot of slow-paced Counter-Strike with executions towards A. Basic ones, but it's still getting them bombs down, but it's just the firepower of EnVyUs has been too much to hold at this point. RPK, 26 frags and 16 deaths. That's not too bad at all. I'll have a look at the other guys as well. 15 kills for XMS, 15 for Scream. I think everyone's kind of chiming in and helping out. Happy, I assure you, has died more than once. He probably rejoined the server and we lost the stats. Number 10 here. Gillo comes out. That's one of the many compromises we've got here. Sticker, no nade. Same story for Robs. Can't really do a deep tactical execution here, but EnVyUs, nothing too special coming out in their initial setup, and no one pushing towards Squeaky Door this time. Sticko has got control of that area. One player in the vents. That's going to be RPK, I believe. There he is. Ready to drop a smoke on himself, I guess, if he has to.
So once again, same slow default from Mouse. Going to wait and see if Envy show their hand early on, something that they haven't been doing. Rop slides in way over on B in case Happy decides to go aggressive here. But he's going to be holding the angle, playing it passive. Not wanting to overcommit to this and throw away the man advantage early on. And it seems to be a bit of a reoccurring theme, Henry, is that Mouse, you know, they play this default in the beginning, don't get any aggression, and then just decide blindly onto one of these sites. Haven't really seen them play too much for mid-control. It has been more up towards A, just going for the set piece, throwing in the smokes and flashes. And it hasn't really been working out for them this time.
Oh, look at this boost.
6.
It gets flashed off, but it's very rare to see that position ever used. I was kind of excited for that one. I'll have to drop down one flash, sends it packing. It's a bit of a fake, though, this time. The bomb's heading towards B. EnVyUs aren't taking the bait at all, though. In fact, they rotate more players over towards the B area. And we'll see whether this actually works. Sunny with 2 frags. Is that enough to win the round? It looks like it might be. Sunny with 2. Robs finds a kill on the B side, but still 2 more players to find here. If Happy and RPK can operate quickly, they could still win the round. 10 seconds remaining. Happy goes down, and it's a clean sweep. We had to see that from Sunny's POV, surely. That sounded fantastic. It was all a ruse. As they head towards A, the smokes were dropped. 3 of the teammates headed towards B, but EnVyUs seem to be aware of the possibility, but still not much you can do. You can read the play all you like. If you're losing those 2 frags on the A side, you're going to be shut down. And mousesports with Robs entering the B site takes down the one defending player there. And it's 14-11. They find their second round of the half. Single orb this time. XMS down to an MP9. Fast play from Robs this time. And he's guaranteed that kill on Happy, surely. It's a little bit uncomfortable with the flashbang. And down he goes. Quick scope as well. Good lord. How has he got away with that one?
No idea how Happy manages to survive that. And Robs must be kicking himself. Man advantage headed to Envy. I mean, right now, mousesports, they are on a bit of a dangerous path. Have the money to buy up into the next round. It's not going to be fantastic. They definitely can't sustain that AWP with armor and utility behind it as they would like, because Oscar playing a fairly pivotal role in the first half of getting Mouse these rounds up on the board. Crisscross smokes go down in mid. Scream going to be playing close to it. Going to be boosting a man up. RPK still holds here in the vents, and they haven't got a Molotov up in there yet to flush him out. They have to be wary of the idea. RPK's played this almost every single round. They're going to go running out mid, and they're not keeping an eye on it. RPK could shut this down. Scream and RPK combine between them. They find 2, and now Oscar and Sticko left. 6 up in with the spray to finish things off. Envy will reach match point 15-11. And the buy now from mousesports not going to be ideal.
It's okay, though. They still have some residual cash, so they should get 5 AKs out. But yeah, that comes down to that first pick. Happy was done for. But the flashbang from his teammate saves him. He burrows himself in the corner there at the B storage area, and somehow Robs doesn't get the kill, taking down to about 15 HP. The quick scope comes out. We're back to a double AWP situation. So yes, the buy is not ideal, but they do have the firepower here, lacking in terms of the utility. Good smoke to send Happy at least towards checkers. He still has vision for now, though. They don't have a Molotov to actually push him off, and RPK... That's good news for him, considering he's in that vent. We've seen what kind of horrible things can occur. You sit in the vents and there's fire involved.
Same slow default from Mouse. RPK going to be holding up in vents as per usual. It's Sixer to find the opening. Oscar hits the deck. Rops here could double down potentially as 2 players come his way. Going to get them both. Tag low in the Fire and Flames. RPK now tasked with trying to trade, which he will be allowed to get. So back into the 3-on-3. You can see Mouse, we're going to try charging into the B bomb site there, but they lose Rops, and then worse than that, Sunny also going to fall on the peek out towards A. Now leaves them man disadvantage. A little bit out of position as they now try to push back in towards the A bomb site.
Oh, what's the play here? Okay, I thought they were going to both try something. A little bit of parkour coming out there. But it just means they can cross towards the bomb site a little bit more efficiently. It's not going to be such a pre-fire angle for CT Spawn. The AWP can't just watch A main. He can bounce across the bomb site and get that bomb down. So that's actually quite smart. 3-on-2 now. I still feel like mousesports have got this. It looks like the crossfires are set up. They've got no nades to work with for Sticko, ready and waiting with the headshots.
Yeah, he's holding it down from Forklift. 2 players coming his way from Truck. They're going to be allowed to push on into the site. Doesn't support his teammate, and as a result, Chris J will fall. Now Sticko, he's taken the first and the second, but the defuse being held. Not yet, actually. RPK hops on off of it, finds the frag, and that is good night to Mouse in this first map. 16-11 for EnVyUs. In spite of what was, a 9-3 lead at one point in time, Envy managed to pull it back, and they win out this first map.
Very well done by RPK towards the end there. The 1v1, he drops the smoke, he baits out the defuse, and you just assume he's going to be going for it. Takes Sticko down. It was a good attempt there, but can't quite close it out. mousesports with a huge lead. EnVyUs doing a fantastic job in the second half there. The double AWP setup looked great. Some unfortunate rounds there for mousesports. It did seem very strong in the first half, but not quite strong enough. We move on to Cobblestone next, but we'll find out what the analysts thought of this one after the quick break.